Hey guys, this is another episode of the Low Tech Trek. Thanks for coming back. I am your humble host, Matt Man, and this time we're going to take a look at just a couple of talking points concerning the interview, mostly because everybody else has already hit on it, and there's no real. If you haven't seen it yet, you really need to. It's a pretty awesome movie from start to finish. The opening song is hilarious. It's going to make you laugh no matter what. And then we'll touch on Kevin Smith's film Tusk, which just came out on Blu-ray and is still kind of not getting the respect it deserves. It was a great movie. Anyway, with the interview, honestly, I didn't really see what the big deal about it was, and most of the reviews that came out about it came out before it even hit the theaters, which I thought was kind of interesting because I mean, it's kind of hard for a film to pick up any kind of pace when literally like the whole world is hating on it right from the start before it's even come out. Um, I went ahead and checked it out on Christmas Day. I not only did not get hacked by North Korea for doing so, I didn't have to worry about dodging any terrorist bombings, which was kind of a plus for me because I'm gonna tell you it'll put a downer on your day. Um, I thought it was kind of interesting that the FBI, who was the primary group that said that North Korea was the one that did the hack, um, now they won't say anything publicly about it. Actually, they don't want to say anything publicly about what they said before at all, which is kind of peculiar. But given the fact that the U.S. went ahead and legalized propaganda in 2012, Google it if you don't think I'm not serious. Um, it makes perfect sense why the FBI wouldn't say anything about it now because all it was just a slur. And am I the only one that finds it kind of funny that all of this started going down 2 weeks before the UN Peace Council's, or yeah, I think it was the UN Peace Council's meeting on human rights violations in North Korea? It seems a little dicey. It seems like maybe the fix is in. It's just I don't know. With serious groups like PETA coming out now publicly, stating that they have mobile kill shelters that are really nothing more than vans with windows blocked out, and they're just rolling around killing dogs and cats and shit like that. Who exactly are we supposed to trust anymore? Um, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. It's one of those things. It's almost like, and I hate to evoke the image of Jar Jar, but it is kind of like a Phantom Menace sort of thing. We really the creepy and crawlies in the shadows are what we really have to worry about. To pull it back around, if you liked Pineapple Express, you're probably gonna love the interview. I'm not gonna lie. I'll go out there and say it. Seth Rogen and James Franco are kind of this generation's, Bob Hope and Bing Crosby. They make great buddy films, and they're totally watchable on many levels. I mean, the comedy is slapstick, but at least it's continuous. It's not one of those things where you see the characters and you automatically hate the characters. You kind of feel a little bit for them. But it was an awesome movie, and I highly recommend it. Don't don't be dissuaded by all the bullshit going around, because it's still going around. I mean, we're still dealing with waves of it. But it was pretty awesome. The other thing I wanted to touch on real quick was Tusk, Kevin Smith's latest film while he's working on the yogurt stand version of Clerks, from what he called it. Um, I thought it was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody who bears an extremely striking resemblance to Bryan Cranston plays this batshit crazy storyteller that has a serious walrus fetish, and that's a great understatement. Um, Justin Long plays this jackass, smartass podcaster kind of guy. The kind of person, if you met him in real life, you kind of want to sock him in the throat. I'm just gonna put it out there. Um, but there's also Johnny Depp does a performance in it too, as an ex-investigator for this serial killer, and you know, it got lukewarm responses when it opened, which I thought was kind of shitty because Red State, his other film, did the same thing. It got kind of the same response to it. Lukewarm at best. And personally, I think Tusk was one of the freshest takes on the whole, suspense, outright horror, little bit of gore kind of mindfuck premise. We don't really get that too much. Either somebody's remaking something that somebody else has already done, or they try to put a new spin on it by making it more modernized. But modern anymore just means they swap out guys for girls, or play to a specific gender association or racial or ethnic group. It's not really modernizing it. It's not really making it anything more than shooting for a demographic. This was something completely new. I've never seen a film like this before. Um, Visually, it kind of reminded me a lot of an older movie called Boxing Helena. Meets kind of like a Silence of the Lambs. Writing directorial wise, it's probably one of the freshest takes on the horror film genre I've seen in a long, long time. It was really good and totally worth it. They just released it on Blu-ray, which normally I wouldn't hit on something quite this. Well, I don't want to say old, but seriously, with the amount of stuff that that hasn't been said about it, I felt it was kind of necessary. Just because there aren't a lot of dick and fart jokes doesn't necessarily mean that if it's Kevin Smith, it's not going to be awesome. Um, I know that everybody likes the View Askewverse, and I don't blame them. Everybody loved Jay and Silent Bob, all the films that they were involved in. Um, Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Chasing Amy, Dogma, the whole lineup. Every single one of them, pretty much amazing all the way around. But this one and Red State both were completely off in a different direction, but it still has that Kevin Smith mark to it. If you have a chance, go ahead and check it out. I highly recommend this one as well. The interview was great. This was great. If you've got anything to say about it, any kind of different twists or whatnot, if you've seen them and you think they suck, if you've seen them and you think they're awesome, drop it in the comments box. Um, Let me know. Take a look. And that'll be it for right now. And I'll talk to you next time. Later.